Hi, I'm Nick Woodman, the creator and CEO of GoPro. I created GoPro to be the most innovative and most creative camera out there in the entire world. Through GoPro, we capture the most exotic moments that humans can possibly do. Be your own hero.
Wife Jill. My husband has always been extremely focused, an extreme athlete, and an entrepreneur, and I think that's really what has driven him to create such a successful company. He once was surfing with his friends off the coast of Indonesia and in Australia, and he realized that he couldn't really get the view that he wanted with the cameras that they were using while surfing, so this is kind of where the idea of his passion came in and when he created the GoPro. And when we decided to create the company, we actually were in Bali and we didn't have enough money for it, and so we collected and bought seashell belts from the Bali markets, came back to the States, and then sold them for a higher profit, and that's kind of how we funded it, and it's taken off ever since.
Hi, I'm CJ Umenso, Nick Woodman's bro since day one. I met Nick surfing in Australia, and I'm a little surprised that he's at the point now because he's basically just a little kid in a grown man's body. But he does work hard, and he really cares about what he does, and he cares about his employees. Love you, Nick.
My name's Sarah McPherson, and I've worked for the company since the beginning. And Nick Woodman truly is an inspiration to all that choose to get the GoPro and experience what it can offer them.
So my husband ranks high in all of the big 5 personality traits, especially being open to experience. He's an extremely creative person, and that has something to do with the creation of this company. As I mentioned before, his focus on the company came from his passion for surfing when he was on his surfing trip in Indonesia and Australia. And with the combination of that experience, along with his creativity, he was able to create just not the camera straps, but also the camera for GoPro as well.
I would consider myself a very conscientious person. I'm always busy working. When I was in my early 20s, I started out an online website. I ended up making my profits up to $4 million. But through the rough economic times in the early 2000s, I ended up losing it all. But I was determined. I stuck with my principles of being very extroverted and being around the people I love and enjoying the activities I love. So I ended up using my surfing abilities to get into what I created the GoPro. I would have to say I'm a very emotionally stable. I had many ups and downs in my early part of my life once I left college. However, my curiosity and my extreme love of adventure and seeking new adventures really helped propel me to create the GoPro. And I would have to say I'm also very confident in my abilities to be the best person I can be and the best CEO for myself and also my employees.
Now, Nick is an extremely agreeable person, but that doesn't mean that he's a pushover. But it means that he's willing to listen to other people's ideas and take their insight and use that insight. His employees are all a strong, tight-knit family. They enjoy coming to work and they enjoy being together. I don't even work for him and I like being there.
Nick Woodman truly has a positive effect on all the people he works with and meets. He really believes that people traveling in the world are an inspiration that allow people to be their most creative selves. He's traveled all over the world, taking in as much as he can from the different cultures and people that he meets, and put all of these experiences into his business. He also truly has a high self-esteem, with the fact that he lost almost $4 million in his first business after the economy tanked, and he was able to pick himself back up, travel the world, realize his confidence and his passion, and start all over again. His overall experience of his first business is what allowed him to have as much self-esteem as he really does.
Oh, hey, it's you again. I would definitely describe Nick as an extrovert. He truly gets his energy from other people, especially from me, because I am his best bro. His knack for adventure, his determination to travel the world, his passion for for connecting with others who not only surf but also participate in other extreme sports. It's the reason that he has created such an innovative piece of technology. This not only relates to the Big Five, but also to the Myers-Briggs definition of extroversion. Love you, Nick. Like I said, Nick is my best bro, and he has been since day one. He's definitely an extrovert, and he's been an extrovert since high school, I guess. He's a great leader, and he motivates other people around him. In high school and college, he would wake me up at like 5 in the morning to go surfing, and I hate the mornings, but he would just come up with different ideas and ways to get me out of bed. Sometimes he would pull me out of bed. Other times he would dump a bucket of water on me. Which, I mean, isn't cool, but he would do it because he's a great motivator. I love him like I love, even my own baby boy. He's really inspired me to be a great person.
Relating back to the Myers-Briggs test, my husband would probably be an ENFP. He is obviously an extrovert, but he also sees what could be and sees possibilities. This greatly relates him to the intuition segment of the MBTI test. He went outside the box, realized what was lacking in technology related to extreme sports, and created something so innovative, something that hasn't existed. He's more feeling because although the plan of his business is logical, he related his business back to something that he valued. He allowed himself to be creative and create something that actually valued something that he loved and something he was passionate about, which ultimately was surfing. He's a huge perceiver because he's as spontaneous as they come. He is truly a thrill seeker and cultured person. This relates back to someone being open to experience. His experiences and his continuing to make more incredible experiences has allowed him to build a business that not only was successful but will continue to be successful in the future.